Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we really don't know shit. Now, there are a lot of people that have been texting me like, Terrence, why don't you ever introduce yourself in the beginning? So, let me introduce myself as if you don't know who I am already. I am T. Nick, the point guard, quarterback of this thing we call the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. And I got my all-star team up in here. And we are here to entertain you for about 2 hours and also to talk about what we saw on Sunday. And we'll get into that a little later. But as I said last week, it's fall, y'all. Although it's not supposed to be fall in the crib. So I have my fan on to kind of simulate cold air. But if you have not gotten your gear yet, man, what are you waiting for? You can go get your Clubhouse drip. You can get the sweaters. You can get the leggings. You can get the jogging pants, although we have to get all that stuff. We got to get a logo and all of that. But still, you can get it, and I'll show you how. But yeah, we got a great show tonight. We're going to talk about the game on Sunday. And shit, I know my guys got a lot to say. I have a lot to say, but of course, I never talk a whole lot. I let my dudes have the floor. But man, we have to acknowledge 3 Giants that we lost, man. First of all, no. Dikembe Mutombo, man, 58 years old. It was really sad to see him go. Well, we didn't actually see him go, but to read that was really sad. Then, of course, Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. It was sad to see that he died too. And he kind of tarnished his own name a little bit, but the media really did a good job of doing that too. So all he had to do was tell the truth, and he would be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame right now, but that's another story for another day. And then the third. Not James Evans, man. Yes, John Amos. He died. And I don't know if you all knew this, but he actually played football too. I think he played with the Oakland Raiders. I'm not for sure, but yeah, he played football. He didn't play for a long time because he went into acting, of course. But yeah, man, that hit me right here, man. I love good times. I love James Evans. He was just always mad, wasn't he? He was always angry about something. But man, it hurt my heart. But anyway, we're about to get into this show. So, Mr. Producer, let's hit it.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
And we are back. So, the game on Sunday, or this past Sunday, rather, 24-18 Bears. What happened different? Well, let me tell you. They got in Shane Waldron's ass. That's what happened. I don't know if you all read the reports, but yeah. So Caleb, Cole, and I believe Mercedes Lewis, they all had a meeting with Shane Waldron. And basically they were like, man, look, this shit you doing, this conservative shit you doing, it ain't working. We can't run no sweep when we 4th and 1. We can't do that. Get a ball to Rashawn, let him run straight up the middle. Fuck it. Even if they know it's coming, they got to stop it. They got to stop it. So, yeah, that's what happened. They got in his ass. I mean, I don't know if they got in his ass. They just told him how they feel about his vanilla ass calls. But, I mean, so something worked. I mean, the calls weren't phenomenal on Sunday, but something clicked. You know, Caleb made some really good throws. There weren't a lot of stupid ass plays called. Like we got 4th and short. Oh, we're gonna run a sweep from the shotgun. they didn't do any of that. So thank goodness. But anyway, we got a lot to say about this game. So let me bring in my dudes. First up, the stat man who knows every single stat from every single team. 80s and 90s basketball and football. My man, 50 grand, JB.
What up, T?
What up, JB? How you feel, bro?
Got the goal one. Got the goal one on today. We won.
Oh, man, huh? So
yeah,
is that
on today?
When we win, you have the gold one on, and when we lose, you put the orange one on?
Just the regular old everyday junk. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, the Bears certainly don't want to be a regular old everyday junk. They don't want to do that. So how do you feel about the game?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna push on just a couple of things that were brought to light. Yes, I love that the players had enough to go to Waldron and be like, and I won't say Waldron was calling vanilla. If anything, I think Waldron was getting too exotic and not doing the normal stuff like putting in a fullback, i.e. what they did with Doug Kramer, and just running the ball forward. But he made, I think he simplified some things, gave Caleb some easy throws. I do not like the Cole Kmet play on 3rd and short. The tight end screen. If anything, you want Cole Kmet out blocking and you want to throw that screen to DJ Moore or Swift. I didn't like that play. I think that was early on the first drive or second drive, something like that. So there were some things that I still felt that he didn't do that I would have changed. But I do like that he tuned up the running game, and they actually ran the ball more than they passed the ball. Caleb looked better. The wow factor wasn't there, but I don't care about the wow factor if we're winning. The wow factor and we're losing is what happened last week, and we don't need to see any more of that. Now, if we can get the wow factor with the winning, great, but let him grow into that. Let's not just throw him to the wall. And our line, hey man, I'm gonna wait till Frank get on, but I'm ready to put up another banner, man. Braxton Jones is terrible. Like,
why'd you have a seat?
Caleb was giving him love, though. Caleb was giving him love. So is he really that bad?
Giving him love for what? Did you see how many times he was in the backfield with Caleb?
Right, well, I mean, they showed it on the screen. Caleb was giving Braxton love.
He probably was saying, your days are numbered, bro. That's what he probably
with the smile on his face. And Braxton was smiling.
Hey, man, your days are numbered.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Oh, wow.
That's
well, let's bring in our other all-star who I'm sure has a lot to say about it as well. He usually has that Hawk talk, but I don't believe we are talking about the Hawks tonight. And he might have something else special for you. I'll let him tell you. But anyway, let's bring him in. Frank the Tank.
All right, man.
Big Frank. What's up, man?
I'm going to give kudos to that O-line who played pretty solid. But Braxton Jones was fucking awful yesterday, man. Not yesterday, on Sunday. Like, dude, I saw him hugging air more than an actual freaking player. If I'm not mistaken, that goal line situation where Doug Kramer was in the backfield, everybody knew what was coming. Everybody defensively and offensively was on the line. Somehow, he didn't block anybody. He missed every fucking person. I don't like. Kudos to Komet. I think he actually stepped in and put his body in front of that guy that he just completely missed just to make sure our running back got in the end zone. But, I mean, Caleb, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you're just being a good teammate and you're giving him his praise, but we don't give praise on here when people don't deserve praise, man. He was fucking awful.
I just literally want them to see how many times they literally had Jared Verse just pushing Braxton Jones. Even on the touchdown he threw, Braxton Jones was like, he almost hit Caleb.
He was right in his grill. That he almost interfered with his throwing motion in that touchdown.
Yes.
I mean, I understand he's being a good teammate, but there is nobody on this show who can sit there in that comment box and tell me that Braxton Jones had a good game. He was literally – our center played better. Our center actually played pretty solid. He at least wasn't noticeably
against
off.
His whole team, he did. You could tell he got up for that game. It's just – no, he had like two kind of like off snap. And, you know, by him being a left-handed snapper and all that, I'll say this. Pryor is pretty good. I like Pryor.
Especially in the run game. That guy's a Pryor 100%.
Pryor stepped in and you know, the Nate Davis thing can go. Pryor stepped in and played pretty well. I still don't see, like, the defense still saved us. Like Jaquan Brisker, he should have had 2 picks.
Brisker had a great
the one with his like he stepped out of bounds and didn't real step. Like the defense did a good job again. Special team, absolutely. G Sizzle, special teams was excellent. Torrey Taylor flipping the field, like his punts are phenomenal. I like the special team. But hey, I want to bring something to you all attention real quick. And it's going back to the line. I don't want to harp on just Braxton Jones, but did it seem like they were a little undisciplined?
Feisty.
Because
absolutely, with all those fucking penalties, yes.
With those penalties, right? Yes. Like, I'm like,
that first half was penalty crazy, man.
It was nuts, man.
It was crazy how fast that game went too, and you had all those penalties still. I was amazed on how quick that game went. But yeah, that was. I thought that was one of Eberflus's principles, man. No penalties.
There's definitely a lack of discipline, definitely, and that comes from coaching.
And it was in coaching, but it was at the most like unusual times. It's like, come on, man! Like, you literally just be still.
Yeah,
just be still. And two,
be silent.
And you know what? The Rams, look. The Rams were not disciplined either because Jared Verse probably should have had about 4 sacks yesterday. Two of them got called back because of offensive, holding.
Defensive holdings, yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? And although this was a win and we will take it, I'm not overly like, oh, we're back. We got it. We're on track.
You never are.
No, we took some.
You never are.
See, this is where I'm going with this. Yeah, that's where I was going to go with this. Like, our defense is still showing that they are a top 3 defense in the NFL right now. But at the same time, our offense is improving. All right, that was a perfect example of an excellent managing quarterback game right there. Caleb Williams did not make mistakes. He moved the chains. He had a couple of mistakes that he made, but they didn't come back to haunt him at least. Still had a few times where he was holding on to the ball too long.
Overthrows.
But yeah, overthrows as well. Like
he still can't throw the deep ball. He sucks.
I'm liking the progression. I'm liking the progress of our offense. And I said, beginning of the season, I was giving them till week 5, week 6, and I'm still holding that when I'm going to start seeing the offense actually carrying the team. But give or take, if our offense starts improving every single week and our defense is still doing this, I don't care who we're up against. We're a tough team to beat. Because that defense don't take no shit, man. That defense, the acquisition of freaking what's his name from Seattle that we got?
Daryl Taylor.
Taylor, yeah. Acquisition of him was huge. Dexter is having a phenomenal season. You got Billings still being Billings, and Sweat is still freaking sweet.
Can we talk? Can we jump over to the offense and can we talk about DeAndre Swift? Man, we hadn't seen anything from him until Sunday. He was off the chain on Sunday, wasn't he?
Swift needs holes to be Swift, and
he needs those holes to stay open for like 1.5 seconds,
and he's gone.
He's out of. If he gets to the linebacker, it's over with. This
is where I'm coming with this. Other than the blocking and all that, which was massive improvement, no question about it. But the adding of Roshan Johnson being that 1-2 punch instead of Khalil Herbert, I think is huge. Like we've been saying this on the show so long. Herbert and Swift, you can kind of say are very similar type running backs. It's kind of. Compared to Roshan, where if that hole's not working for you, you're putting Roshan in here. He's going to start popping people. And then all of a sudden, they're going to be game planning with that. And then Swift's going to be able to break one. Like, that is just the 1-2 punch that we needed.
Yeah, he was
I agree with that, but
he was crazy.
I agree with that, but I just want to bring out one thing, though, because Swift was kind of brought here to be that type of person. The only thing is, I don't like the fact that he led in receptions. Now, I do like the fact he almost had 100 yards rushing, but I don't because when he's got 7 targets, 7 receptions, it's almost like we checking down. And remember, Caleb only completed 17 out of 20. Not only it's because obviously that's a good percentage, 17 to 23, but 7 of those 17 completions were short dump passes to Swift. One of them was on the run, which was like a 12-yard pass on the sideline, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't want to fall into that. I don't want to keep falling into
I was happy he took his checkdowns, though. A lot of those were checkdowns.
Well, a couple times he didn't have to.
Well, some of them he didn't have to. 100%, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But there were other times where that was his safety, his 3rd or 4th read, and he saw that he was there. He trusted his backs to actually get the ball in their hands and let them do what they do.
Absolutely.
Game managing type game.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said I agree because that's part of it.
He took better angles.
That's a good point. Much better
angles. And I think, yeah, that's a really good point. He did, and it proved to work. And I hope that was.
But again,
part of I would have liked to see that opening up a few more deep ball type throws. What did he throw? Throw up that passing chart again. There was really only one deep ball that he threw, and it was missed.
I thought it was.
And that's a somewhat.
It was 5. It was 5 deep. 5 deep balls incomplete. 1 deep ball complete.
I know a few of the deeper balls he threw away. Especially, I know 2 of those on the right side he did throw away. But hey.
Well, one of them he threw away. But again, here's the thing. Like, the deep ball accuracy just still isn't. Like, DJ was open on one. Like, it seemed like he could have just handed it off to him on the top of the screen. And he just drastically just overthrew the ball. So he's still not getting the deep ball. Yeah, he's still not getting the deep ball. That's not a part of it. Now you throwing it because it's available just to keep the defenses honest. But eventually, you need to start hitting on that.
At least he's not underthrowing him. At least he's not underthrowing him. Like
I agree with that. So you know the play I'm talking about, where DJ could have had a touchdown and he went to the back of the end zone and was pissed.
No, he was. DJ is an extremely unhappy person when you're not getting him on those deep balls.
When he's not getting the ball, DJ don't like that. DJ came over here and get the motherfucking
there
ball.
We go. Look, there we go. 6 targets, 3 receptions. That ain't no enough, T.
No, that's not enough. It's not enough. But I mean, at the same time, other than our running back, who was the second person in receptions? Who was the second person in receptions? That's something I would like to know. I know Swift clearly was the most. I
think wasn't it like 7? Wasn't it like 7, 3, 3, 2?
Komet had like 5.
Yeah, Komet was probably second. Komet was probably second under Swift.
Let us know on that chat, guys. I know we all know that Swift was number 1 in reception.
Tell you what it was Cole had 3, DJ had 3, Keenan had 3, Rome had 1.
Oh,
that's what it was. You got to remember, Swift had 7 catches. That only allows 10 more to be thrown, 10 more passes to be caught. It was 3, 3, 3, and 1.
That is a perfect amount of passes, though, compared to the last week.
I think 23 is less than I would like. But
you said it's less.
I would like for him shooting more closer to 30. That's where I would like him to be comfortable at. But I still want us running the ball. I just don't want that 52 shit. That I never want to fucking have.
That shit was crazy.
But here's the thing, though. It depends on the game. Now, if the Rams, because remember, the Rams had an interception, the Rams had a fumble, the Rams had a missed kick. I think, didn't they miss a field goal too?
They did miss a field goal,
yes.
Yeah, their kicker missed his first field goal of the year. So those missed opportunities and points. Now, if the Bears are actually trailing, you know he's going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So that's why I said he managed the game. They maintained a little bit of a lead, and that's where you feel that he was the ultimate game manager. He didn't throw the ball away. The one time he probably was about to throw the pick was the time where they almost had the strip sack. Remember he ended up throwing the ball in the back of somebody's helmet, and Pryor jumped on it. I think it was Verse.
Yes, I do remember that.
Blew up.
Yeah, I do.
Jared Verse blew that shit up.
Jared Verse blew Braxton Jones. He
was doing that all game. Really,
that sounded bad. He just blew Braxton Jones. It should have been the other way around. But
wait, Caleb got sacked 3 times, but it could have been 7 because 2 got taken away, and 2 of them he actually spun out of the tackle.
He did.
So.
And he did throw the ball away a few times too, which I like to see him throw the ball away instead of forcing something in there.
Hey, I think Jay Grizz made a good point. I think we got to show Tory Taylor some love, man. He was
I love
behind the 20.
We had people here saying, yeah, we had people saying
that one where he hit it on the 5.
That dude has got
5, 8, 8.
That 65er that bounced straight up in the air and just stayed on the 5-yard line. I mean, shit.
Crazy.
And then he booted that 67-yarder that instead of letting them return, it just booted right to the right out of bounds. I'm like, my God, man.
That dude is ridiculous.
That's what he did in Iowa. That's why I freaking loved when we drafted him, because how we always kept saying, if our offense is not working, that guy is going to pin people deep. And the way our defense is playing, that is good.
And people still have the nerve to be like, man, why did we draft the kicker or punter? Sorry.
Yeah, I know you got attacked by somebody who left the group.
Yeah. He knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Everybody knows what you were talking about.
Hell yeah.
But again, you can find weapons in various forms, and he definitely is a weapon. I'm glad that he is a Bear because he did help turn that game. He did. Because for a minute there, we wasn't looking too sharp.
No,
we wasn't looking too sharp for a minute, but they kept getting field goals. And then I get it. McVay didn't have 2 of his top weapons in Nakua and Cooper Kupp, But hey, we played who we played, you know,
Right.
and it wasn't like the Rams were no chumps. They weren't bums.
Oh, they're
You know what I'm
still a
saying?
good team. Man.
So I'll take the win. I like the running game. Now for the Bears, we did give up over 100 team yards rushing. Kyron Williams did kind of.
He was
He
running
had a good
all
game
over
against
us.
us.
That was really the only
He
negative.
was running all over us, man.
Yeah, that was the big negative that came out of our defense. We had a hard time stopping the run. And they were doing it right up the middle too. So I mean that sucks. And
Woo! Pause. I'm doing it right up the middle.
I'm on a roll already, man. Blowing
We're
breath.
not pausing.
Come on, man.
Got me
Wait,
blowing
that was
breath.
you. I like that one.
We're not pausing for that.
Foul mouth. What up, boy? Include Lance Briggs.
Yeah, Lance had a problem with the pitcher. With
he
the punter
did?
being picked.
Alex
Yeah.
Brown called him out.
Oh, Lance. Oh, man. Why, Lance?
But let me add this though. I don't know what the conversation that was had, right? But did you all kind of notice that like Eberflus was kind of lurking this game, kind of like looking at Waldron and kind of like, hey man.
I noticed that on the sideline too. Like every time a play called, he was like sitting there. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm okay with that. All right.
All right, better. You sure?
And it's funny because you brought it up earlier in the show too. That tight end screen to Komet. It seemed like after that tight end screen is when they started showing Eberflus on that sideline. He's just like,
right, looking like,
if you're gonna fucking throw it to Komet, it better be up.
Oh, wow.
That's yeah.
So you said if you throw it to Komet, it better be up to what?
This is a family show. I thought we're just getting dirty up in here already, and
you get dirty, man.
You and that dirty mind of yours, man, just thinking
that. Yeah, T, that's you. We too old to pause, man. I knew what he meant. Of which that was one of the prettier passes of the game. Caleb Nicole Komet on the 4-vote route, right over the linebacker.
That was perfectly lofted over that linebacker.
I got to give the kid. Now that's what I want to see more of the kid doing. Like, and he actually had some protection. He had a pocket, but that's where you want to go. Like that 1-2, let it go. I get it. It was a semi-intermediate throw. I think that's where his game is right now. Like I think if he stays in that intermediate range, he'll be okay.
And then once you open up that intermediate range, that's where the deep ball is going to be there. We just got him to hit those deep.
Well, we still want to see a little bit more play action because the one play action play where he could have just popped DJ for like a 20-yarder, Swift and Caleb kind of ran into each other. Do you remember that? On the exchange, he did a misdirection because the safety came down like he was going to blitz.
That threw off his process like crazy right there. He just took the first route that he saw. He didn't look.
Well, he actually looked at DJ and was like, nope.
He's like, I'm off balance, man. Let me just chip it in there. Good 10-yard gain. I'm good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that beautiful throw to come. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I would rather him do that than get jittery and just, throw the ball up.
Yeah. And I mean, that beautiful throw to Komet, no question. But I mean, let's not forget that beautiful pass he made to DJ in the back of the end zone, too. That had to be a perfectly thrown ball.
And you know what? And that was up the middle. That was a hard throw because the linebacker, although the linebacker's back was turned, he had to place that kind of like over the hand. Like, that was a hell of a throw, too. And that's why I said again, the kid is going to show us that he can play quarterback. And then he's going to show us at times, don't put me in that damn situation.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, let the kid, Now, I'll tell you this, though. There were a couple times where I was like, oh, that design run had been screaming on that RPO.
Yeah, I saw that. Caleb's got to work on his sliding, too. He's looking like he's in the fetal position when he's fucking sliding.
Well, hey, how about this? As we talk about it, why don't we show a little bit of what we're talking about? And let's see some highlights.
Let's break it down.
The Bears The Bears.
Go on different platforms, throw off balance, etc. This time he's going to get wrapped up, and the Bears pass rush finally gets to him. Called, and Matthew Stafford would get another comeback victory. Now he goes to work with a 6-0 lead. That ball is out, and the Bears defense may have come up with a crucial play. When the offense has struggled, the defense has come alive. Montez Sweat knocked it free. Kyler, the mini fridge. Kramer, the fullback. The give to Johnson. And the Bears have tied the game after the takeaway. Position on a team. Stafford 16 years in. That's another big play by Jaquan Brisker. 3rd and 15. 5 in the pattern for Stafford. Had that ball deflected, and that was a very smart play. 54 seconds left. 2nd down for Williams. Pressure was coming, and he got it to DeAndre Swift. Oh, this looks like what he did in the preseason. Swift to the sideline and out of bounds. Rams bring an extra body. Williams protected. Williams to the back of the end zone for DJ Moore and a touchdown. Their first connection together. And then relaying whatever the corresponding play is to his team. He wants to be able to check. That's a heck of a throw. And a great play by Cole Kmet, who had a bunch of those in Indianapolis last week.
Stretch for that football.
And now the tempo again as Swift gets going. There goes DeAndre Swift for his first Chicago Bears touchdown. Not many teams use more pre-snap motion than the Rams. They have some here with Atwell.
Back's got to get him.
Brisker comes clean to 92 yards away from tying the game with 63 seconds and no timeouts. Stafford unloads, hit as he throws, ball game, Brisker, Bears win.
It's a
Ball game.
That was a pretty
Bears win.
That was a pretty win. One thing that we did not talk about that I wanted to bring up as well, since we always remember when we ripped last year on Eberflus by having our defensive end, our tackle guarding their freaking what was it? Their tight end, their elite speed tight end. What the fuck was the Rams coach thinking by putting just the tight end on Montez Sweat? Montez Sweat just bowled his ass over like nothing, man, and then goes and strips the ball while that guy is holding on to him with a bear hug. Like,
yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. He actually
Jaquan Brisker,
dude, Brisker
is definitely player of the game. He's definitely player of the game.
Absolutely. And if you're gonna give a runner up, I'm actually giving it to our punter. As funny as it sounds.
That doesn't sound funny at all to me.
My punter is probably my second star of the game.
But again, I want to say, look at the Bears defense and what they do, constantly putting us in situations to succeed. Without that strip sack,
could be
the Rams were up 6-0. They had momentum. You never know. And it's a Stafford, he's a good quarterback. And I just think that, a win like this is one of those where I would hope that, the Bears take a look at it and say, hey, you know what? Let's build on this. And the next opponent, and again, I on some of them highlights, I always say I hate to be this guy, but I really don't. But
we know.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
you're always that guy.
Most of those passing highlights, again, look at how much Braxton Jones was in the damn backfield. Like, get this kid out of here. He gonna get Caleb killed.
Why don't you have a seat?
It's sad to say that our offensive line, for the most part, played pretty solid. But Braxton Jones was I can't even find a highlight actually where he actually did a very good block. Hey, I'm waiting for our guy Foulmouth C to come on and tell him this, but Cole Kmet had a damn good blocking game. He had some big blocks in that game. Nice to see that as well. But, I mean, when it all comes down to it, Caleb Williams showed progression. He kept the turnovers down. Well, kept 0 turnovers. But he managed the game extremely well, and when he had to make a big play, he made a big play where he made a beautiful pass. And just keep doing it. He's just going to keep getting better, and our defense is just going to keep being there. So I'm excited.
He did, but that's what I'm saying. When you put him in a position, like, you weren't asking him to go win the game. You were asking him to maintain the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a little bit different. And the play calling in that sense is different too. That the put Kramer in, and we're just some local cats that know a little bit about football and love the Bears. But we've been screaming for this since last year. Like, what's the point of having a fullback if you don't use them? What's the point of having these bigger guys and you want to keep doing stuff, cute stuff like you Kansas City? You're not the Chiefs.
Did he dress this blessing game?
I didn't see him.
Yeah, I didn't see him either, actually. I know he was healthy, but I don't know if he dressed.
But Kramer, just like when last week we said, why not put Mercedes Lewis in the backfield and, let him be the up back and run the ball. We want to get cute and do the toss. Waldron listened, or Eberflus tapped him on the shoulder, or somebody, the players, whatever it happened, it worked in our favor. And I'm glad we won because that was a team. To me, that's a game that we could not afford to lose, like I said last week. But I do feel as though you can take some things away from this game that worked and that you can build upon. But I still feel like we need to get Braxton Jones out of there. Like, I just have no faith in him. I just don't.
I would really, really love to see what our rookie from Yale can do. He's healthy. I'd like to see him in the game and see what he can do.
I'm about to say, because he was a full participant in practice.
He was.
And
the sad thing is, last week he was full, and he was second on the depth chart and everything as well. But when Braxton did get hurt just for that one play or something like that, we went and put Nate Davis in it, starting freaking left tackle.
I know. I saw that.
I'm like sitting there. I'm just like, is this a fucking joke? Like, I don't get it.
They won't cut Nate Davis because the cap hit is too high.
Yeah. And this is the thing. We've been saying with Braxton Jones, what is this? Braxton Jones' 4th year now, or is it only his 3rd?
I think it's his 3rd.
3rd? Okay. But we've been saying since day one that he's got to bulk up and he's getting bull rushed way too often. Jared Verse is not a big guy. He's solid, but he's not a big guy. And Jared Verse was throwing him in the backfield like he was.
Remember, we wanted Jared Verse?
I wanted Jared Verse. I did. I wanted Jared Verse or Latu with that freaking. I mean, I love Rome Odunze, but I really wanted Latu or freaking Jared Verse with that second pick. But Jared Verse, that was a 3-4 system with the Rams. I think he does fit better in a 3-4.
Yeah, they do that hybrid thing, kind of. Yeah. I mean, we kind of. So we don't do like the exact hybrid as they do, because we play nickel more than anything, because Kyler has to be on the field.
Yeah, so, he has to.
But my thing is, like, with that other pass rusher that we just got, like, I think we're okay on our D-line. Javon Dexter's got 3 sacks in 4 games. We got the strip sack from him. Like, we're doing enough defensively to where I'm confident if Caleb messes up, the defense can get the ball back.
Agreed.
Right? I do not feel yet that we have ran into the team that we just gonna have to be like, yeah, it don't matter how good our defense is.
Well,
we just gonna have to shoot out. But it's coming. The week after the bye, it's coming. It's coming.
It is. I mean, yeah. I mean, there are people out there, a la Shannon Sharp. Yeah, I'll say it. I don't care, you dumbass, who's going to tell me the Detroit Lions are the best offensive team in the NFL. Like, yeah, that's just dumb. But Detroit's got a good offense. That'll be interesting.
Before we even get to Detroit, I'm talking about a kid that just went 26 for 30 last night. Has 82% completion percentage. He's coming after the bye week.
And I think a lot of people did say that we thought that was going to be an easy game. Some people.
Yeah,
I
a lot
think
of people said
you
we were going to.
you were one of the few who actually said that's a trap game, man. Don't sit on that game. And this is the thing, and I will say about Daniels, he's not getting pressured that often. He's getting a lot of time
why?
because they have a great
You
offensive
know
line.
why?
Because they have a
Because
great
they
offensive
went and they got the best available center, paid some money, and they got a good left tackle, paid some money.
But that's
what
the
did
thing,
we
though.
not do?
We didn't do that. But we did put money into our offensive or our defensive line. So let's see what they can do by putting pressure on Jaden Daniels, because our secondary is nothing to slouch on either. That's a dominant secondary. We have great linebackers. We have our biggest question mark on the defense was that other side of Montez Sweat. In my opinion, he is doing better than expected.
I have no problems with him at all.
He is playing phenomenal.
The thing for me though, like I feel the Bears can get home with 4. Like we don't have to really blitz.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? And when we do,
I like the Brisker and Kyler Gordon splits though. I like the Kyler Gordon sneaks, but other than that, yeah. Linebackers, I want you guys to stay where you're at.
I agree. But like a team in my opinion, and I know we jumping ahead 2 games, but when we get to said game and we talk that week, we talking about a team that's in the first in their division, and we thought they might have been last.
They might have been battling for their number 1 pick. We thought they were going to be awful.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. But you want to know something? You want to know something else that's extra crazy?
What's that?
They're second in scoring in the NFC.
I mean,
who would
does the NFC have any elite scoring teams?
That's crazy. I don't know if it's extra crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Are you all telling me right now that anybody on this panel, including myself, would have thought that the Washington Redskins would have been in the top anything in scoring?
No.
They're second.
I knew they wouldn't be at the bottom. I
figured them to be closer.
They got Jaden Daniels, and that is why I always say playoffs.
But this is the thing. What was the one knock?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Playoffs.
But the one thing
I expect Jaden Daniels to lead that team.
Yeah. But the one thing everyone knocked out on Jaden Daniels.
He don't have nearly the. There you go. And he don't have nearly the weapons. And nobody, the kid. Let me tell you something. And I know we're not going to speak a lot on this. The kid right now, arguably, is in the running for MVP in the first 4 games.
Oh, hands down. Yeah, hands down.
Nobody saw that coming.
Not saying he's number 1, but he's definitely in the running.
I will call them a lot of their face if they told me they knew that Jaden was going to be 80% completion percentage good. 1 turnover. Bull. Yeah, I'm calling them a lot to their face. And I like Jaden Daniels. I knew he was going to be poised and good, but I didn't think him and Terry McLaurin likes playing football again because of Jaden Daniels. Like, come on. Like,
good point.
See, even my girl Andrea knew that. She knew they weren't going to be at the bottom because they got the number 2 pick.
We had Mitch Trubisky was the number 2 pick.
What?
They were predicted. Yes, he was.
Frank, did JB? Can we talk separately? Because I can't hear. What'd you say, Frank?
I said Mitch Trubisky was the number 2 pick. What does that have to do with anything?
We know Mitch Trubisky wasn't that good, no way.
A lot of people thought Jaden Daniels.
He was okay.
A lot of people thought Jaden Daniels' arm and his inability to freaking read the defense. He threw a lot of picks and everything like that. That would come back to haunt him in the NFL. And his size, because he was very skinny, that he would be injury prone by the end of the season. He hasn't 1 interception all fucking. I know we're only 4 games in, but 1 interception, that's impressive.
Since you brought up Mitch Trubisky,
we don't gotta go back.
He didn't start playing until his junior year, man. He was picked number 2 for political reasons.
Number 2 pick.
He was picked number 2 for political reasons. So
people were picked number 2 and have been bust.
That don't count.
Check it out. Jaden Daniels, although picked number 2, the Washington Redskins were picked last in their division. They were not supposed to be first. They damn
because
sure
you got 0 weapons.
Second in scoring.
We're not talking about what the so-called experts think. We're talking about us fans.
And yeah, but I understand where you're going with this. But when we're saying Jaden Daniels was going to come in and do what he's doing right now with no weapons pretty much at all. I mean, he's got nothing.
Well, a lot of us didn't say we didn't say that he was going to. He's going to come in. He's going to go 17-0. No, we didn't. I don't think we said that. But we knew they weren't going to be the bottom of the barrel.
There were people out there who thought Bryce Young was going to turn around the Carolina Panthers too. With no weapons.
It's a man, retard.
I did. I did.
I did too.
Boy, was I mistaken.
But I didn't think Jaden Daniels was going to be, if we're going to say bottom, okay, I expected him to at least be bottom 3 because they have nothing in Washington. But this guy is just playing the game so perfect.
You want to know what Keith talking about? Who's that? What is that wide receiver? He's decent. He's decent. I know who he's talking about. I know he's on the tip of my tongue.
I know. No, he said he's hearing Allen to the Chiefs. Like Keenan Allen to the Chiefs.
That? Oh no,
I heard those.
What the fuck are you talking about, Keith? What are you, Adam Schefter's?
I think he's talking about. See, I'm hearing Allen to the Chiefs. I'm a little behind on the comments.
I can confirm that. I've been hearing that. Yeah, it's just talk, and it's just because the Chiefs losing Rice. Chiefs lost Rice, and then they lost Hollywood Brown, so they clearly need a receiver. So that's just something that's just being floated out there.
Not one person in the Bears nation said anything. So
that it just doesn't make much sense from me, Chicago's perspective, to go ahead and do that. I don't know what you can really get. Some people are saying, "Oh, you get a second round pick from the Chiefs," and I'm like, the Chiefs are really going to give a second round pick? Like,
not for an aging player.
We're not going to be giving up.
Exactly. That's why. Yeah.
Just so we don't have what happened a few weeks ago, we do have somebody behind the scenes. I don't want to have sitting there for 45 minutes. Can we?
Okay.
No, he's not quite ready yet. He said give him till 9 o'clock. He's in lunch right now. Lunchtime. 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
We'll hold off then.
Okay.
Because
Frank,
and we'll get back to the
count to 60. Why don't we go ahead and take a commercial, and then maybe after the commercial he'll be ready.
He'll be done eating. He's always eating.
Yeah.
That mouth.
Pay some bills, commercials. Pay some bills.
When high standards prevailed, when excellent craftsmanship was displayed and treated with the utmost importance. Acquire the crisp, refreshing taste of Moore's Beer. Moore's Beer. Raise your standards.
And there were two.
Then there were two. So Keith, yes, do some research, fellas. Normally we do. I had a long day today, so I had dean duties and training today, so I didn't get to do my normal nerd stuff. But that is interesting. Bullets, I don't know what you're hearing on the West Coast, but like, is there a market for Keenan Allen? Because I personally would think if I'm the Chiefs, first of all, nobody's going to help them.
That's a good point.
But if you're giving up a second round pick or offering a second round pick, I would go to the Bengals and try to get T. Higgins because they ain't going to see him anyway. That's who I would go after.
Or Devontae Adams, maybe. Because Devontae said he wants to be traded now. He's officially said it now. So
yeah,
that's within division, and you kind of always hate doing that shit. But a second-round pick for Devontae Adams is a lot more reasonable and seems more doable than for Allen. But.
Yeah, I agree with that too. There's other receivers that they would rather have over Keenan Allen right now, and it's not a knock on. Keenan.
I was going to say, like Keenan Allen market, like you get Keenan Allen if like he's the like last piece to come in and be like your slot or fourth receiver to put you over the top. Kansas City right now, because they have been struggling. Now is Rashee Rice's MRI. Did it come back like he tore something or?
No, it hasn't. Or is he just not official yet? Last time I heard, they may need to wait like a few days for the swelling to go down.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well. They're still waiting for the swelling to completely go away before.
So if the swelling's that bad, then I mean it could be that's more serious sign. Yeah. Right.
But you know what? Chiefs might read out. Hey, forget Keenan Allen. The Bears might try to get our boy Colin Johnson. That would be sick.
Yeah.
See, and I think it would be different. Say Keenan Allen had been healthy these first 4 games and was somewhat producing, then I could see maybe a bit more intrigue from the Chiefs. But to trade for a guy who's played 2 out of the 4 games and is not necessarily like you can't guarantee he's going to stay healthy this whole season, and you need a guy that's going to stay healthy considering your first, these 2 guys are out. That's another reason where it just doesn't quite make sense. You would think the Chiefs want somebody a bit more dependable.
I'm actually flipping it back onto the Bears side. I'm not trading Keenan Allen. I mean, if somebody offers a second-round pick, okay, maybe. But regardless, I'm not trading somebody who is a phenomenal locker room presence for you, whether he's playing or not. You got a rookie wide receiver in Rome who, in my opinion, other than that one game, he's kind of struggled, been on and off as well, dropping a lot of passes. But Keenan Allen's going to be the one to be there to keep his head up, coaching him on the sideline and everything. And if there's one thing we've been saying about this Bears team for a long time is that veteran presence. Like we just felt like we haven't had that veteran leadership in the locker room for a few years now. So I am not trading Keenan Allen. I don't care if he's not going to be here next year. If somebody offers you a first-round pick or a second-round pick, maybe, but nobody's going to offer that. That's just absolutely stupid of any organization.
It makes no. I mean, well, now let me say this: if the Chiefs are that desperate, we don't know what they're willing to do. They are 4-0 because the ball bounced this way or they got lucky. Did it? The Chiefs have not been dominant this season. Now, to Bullett's point, based on what Commish said, no, you don't want to trade him in the division, but you don't want him to walk away either. So if they're willing, if the Chiefs are willing to give you a second-round pick, I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. Sometimes you do trade within the division because otherwise he's going to walk anywhere and you get nothing for him. And he's a rental.
And when you're talking about, are we talking about the Raiders right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're talking about the Raiders and Chiefs comparison between divisions, the Raiders are nowhere close to taking that freaking division right now. All right, the Chiefs are pretty much going to be the ones on top, and the Raiders are way behind. So, yes, I understand you don't want to help the Chiefs, but you want to help your organization. If somebody's going to offer you a first or a second round pick for Devontae Adams, you're dumb as shit if you're not going to take that. I don't care if he's going to the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, that makes sense. You hate to see it. Like I said, it does happen, the trades within the division, because we saw it happen with their own division with Hawkinson.
Yeah.
We saw that, remember?
Yeah.
And we were like,
so, I mean,
wait, what? I'll let TJ go to the Vikings? Like, what?
What the hell? Yeah. They gave them another piece when they already had Addison and JJ and Cook still at the time. So it does seem like one of those things, like the rich are getting richer there at that point.
But I don't think they're making a trade yet until they find out exactly where their wide receiver is right now.
For sure.
If he's only going to be IR out 3-4 weeks or something like that, they're not going to give up a second round draft pick for somebody. Because as we all know, the Chiefs just have to make the playoffs. All they got to do is make the playoffs, and then you're healthy in the playoffs.
Well,
Velvet.
There's another piece.
Velvet.
They can trade for Velvet. No.
Hey, I'll give them. I mean,
Hi, I'm Velvet Jones.
Free bag Skittles.
Hey, take them. Give us a couple of used punting balls for Torrey to kick on.
Hey.
But absolutely, I feel that there's another component to that because let's say he's okay and he's not hurt, IR or whatever. Doesn't he have some legal trouble that he's going through right now that might come and snatch him away from the rest of the season?
Who, Rashid Rice?
I haven't heard anything.
As far as I can tell, just with fantasy wise, because I avoided him, it does sound like it's going to be like Ray Rice's situation where it gets delayed until next season. The suspension.
Oh, to the end of the season. Okay.
Yeah. So they're going to kick it down the road as far as they can. But I mean, honestly, if he's out for the season, you might as well do that shit now and get that
you might as well
done
do right,
over with. I mean, if he's out for the season, but I mean, I'm not going to tell him how to live his life, I guess.
I mean, we'll
stop racing on the goddamn
Jordan
highway.
Love had some swelling on his knee, and he was only out 2 weeks, week and a half, and he came back, played pretty well. And
he was rusty at first
too. Yes, he was rusty. He had to get knock out the Kings, but to Bullet's point there too, the Chiefs are winning, but it's not about making certain moves because what you don't want to do is you don't want to pay all that money and trade your assets for the guy, and then the next season he walks away and you get nothing for him. That's what you don't want to do. Now, if I'm the Bears, and let's just say for the sake of this conversation, if they are offering a second or a third for Keenan Allen, you know what? Have at it. Have at it, because I'll just bring in Colin Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, I will.
Yeah. I just don't think anyone's stupid enough
to
do
do Scott too.
What? Right, Scott, and you got my man. What's his name?
What number?
Carter. We still got Carter.
Oh yeah, number 11, DeAndre Carter. That's right. He wasn't very active this game, but
I didn't see him running too much throughout that game. They kept a lot of blocking tight ends in there. He didn't see the field too much.
But I think
let's go ahead and bring
you
in our
didn't see
last
him
guy real
active
quick.
because they activated more linemen. They activated more linemen this game.
Yeah, that's true. The big foul is ready and he is done eating. So let's bring in Foul Mouth C.
I am done eating. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
You got any fries left over? I can get some of them fries left over at all by chance?
God damn. If I come to Arizona, I got you.
That's a big if, though. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go back in the corner.
That's
yeah, I've been watching you guys. I was driving or whatnot, and I was watching you guys. There's a player that I want to give him his flowers because there were a lot of skeptics about him, and so far this season, he is quiet everyone, and that's Javon Dexter.
Absolutely.
And I was telling everybody, I said, people were talking about, oh, let's trade for this guy. Oh, we still need that dominant 3 technique. And I said, well, we got a guy that we drafted, in the second round or something like that, or the third round, and we haven't really given him a shot.
It was second, yeah.
Yeah. We haven't given him a shot. And everybody, we need to trade for this guy to add more money onto the cap. I said, well, we haven't given him a shot. Lo and behold, what do you got? 4 games, 3 sacks.
Yep. And he's got a lot of quarterback pressures, too.
A lot of quarterback pressures. Hey.
And he's stout in the run game. He actually is not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't really hear too many. But the thing is this: you don't hear people talking about him. They're not when you hear about the defense, you hear
not
about
as much.
You don't really hear. Nobody's giving him his flowers.
I mean, the game last night, they gave a lot of flowers to him on the radio broadcast and everything. His name was brought up a decent amount. But I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that position never gets its flowers. It's always about the defensive ends. Even Billings doesn't really.
But this is the thing, though. We're talking about here in Chicago, where everyone was sitting up there talking about how we needed to get this 3 technique, this dominant 3 technique. Yeah. Pretty much people have basically written his ass off and walked him out the damn door because they were ready to bring in Allen or Payne or somebody else. You know,
there was a lot of talks
technique
about
or guy, some DT that can play the 3 technique. You know, nobody was sitting up there really talking about, oh, well, we got to see what Javon Dexter does.
Yeah. No,
I don't know if he can sit up there and take that next step.
I'm a push back on that though, because in my opinion, you can't judge him off of last year because he was part of a 3-person rotation at the 3 technique. Remember, because they had Justin Jones, the Billings, and what's the other kid name?
Zach Pickens.
Justin Jones, whatever his name is. They were all, and Zach Pickens was sometimes at the 3, sometimes at the 1 last year.
Yeah,
so he didn't have a lot of he didn't have a lot of opportunity to just go out there and start every game and just show what he had, because he only had like 2.5 sacks last year, y'all. But he only played. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 4. Okay, 4 last sacks.
Yeah, a lot of them were those long coverage type sacks though, where it wasn't.
Look,
he finished strong.
I don't care what it was. The thing was this, and I was a big component of his. I told people, I said, just simply put, this kid in limited amount of time got pressures and had 4 sacks and wasn't a full-time starter at that position.
Yeah.
And I said, man, we gotta see what we got in him. We invested a 2nd round pick in him. We gotta see what we got in him. Everybody, oh man, we need to go spend this money, man. We need to go get Jonathan Allen. We need to go get Deron Payne. We need to get this person. We need to get that person. I said, no. I said, let's just see what this kid got. He going into his 2nd year. He coming there. He going to be a starter without starter minutes and starter snaps. He stood up there and he got 4 sacks for you last year.
Yeah. He bulked up this offseason. He bulked up.
He changed his body up.
He didn't just bulk up. He shredded.
He did it all.
He shredded too.
Yeah. Right. He increased his speed and everything too. He increased every single thing in his game.
Exactly. And we got to remember, this was a kid that everybody was talking about. He was a 5-star coming out of high school. He was a kid over there in Florida where he wasn't asked to really go after the quarterback like that to get a quick jump start. He was to read and react. That's the type of defensive tackles that they had right there. So he didn't really get a fair shake. Now he in his 2nd year in his defense. And so far, so good. He's thriving right now.
Absolutely.
A big component of that defense right now. 6'6", absolutely big as hell. Shit. And I'm sorry, I'm got to lower down my cussing. My mama said she watching today, so she said, please watch your mouth. So I will try to limit my cussing as much as.
Now, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I like what I saw from the game. I love the meeting that they had, I guess, with Waldron. And one thing that we need to know, and I'm going to reference this to basketball too, egos. You got to put those egos to the side for the betterment of the team. And I'm glad that Shane Waldron, at least for one game, put his ego to the side. A la a guy that we should probably talk about a little bit on here, Mr. Derrick Rose, who we all know is from Chicago, who never had an ego, was about as humble as they come, because when you talk to players that played with them and players that played against them, they said, oh, he didn't talk smack. They said Rose, and they said he wanted all the smoke. He didn't back down from nobody, and he go out there and he killed you out there on the court, silent assassin. I'm glad that Shane Waldron put his ego to the side to listen to those players, to run the offense the way they need to run it. I'm glad that they finally decided to make Caleb Williams take a lot off of his plate and make him a game manager. Like we said, don't force it on him. Make him a game manager. And that's exactly what he did. And he played like a game manager, made throws when he had to make them, made the plays he had to make them, didn't try to do too much. And as a result, you saw a win. Special teams and defense. Until he gets accustomed to the offense and gets accustomed to playing in the National Football League, I like what I saw. Now, that Braxton Jones, he gotta go, dog.
I was waiting, bro. Look,
This might have been his worst game, man. This might have been his worst game as a Bear, honestly, because I noticed him a lot in nothing but bad ways, man.
If Caleb didn't have a quick release, you know how many strip sack fumbles would have happened. Yeah. If he didn't step up in the pocket.
And remember, he stepped away from 2 sacks, and 2 of them got taken away because of defensive holding. Like, he was getting hit.
Yeah. I don't know if Braxton Jones need to go into the weight room and quit skipping leg day, because all you saw throughout that game was Jared Verse just pushing that man back, and you just saw his legs and his feet just sliding into the quarterback.
It was embarrassing.
Sliding into the quarterback. It was like he was pushing a sled, like Jared Verse was doing sled drills. He over there just pushing the sled, pushing that big Neanderthal right back into a Caleb. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, how many times we going to keep seeing this? I thought Waldron was going to push. Yeah. I thought Waldron was going to put somebody over there with him. It was just bad. It was bad. Coleman Shelton still getting blown up. Concerned about Jenkins.
Jared Verse was putting Braxton Jones in a body bag.
Detroit 3-1.
Get him a body bag! Yeah! All right.
That was probably Jared Verse's laugh right there, too, every single time that he rushed that quarterback.
Yeah, was like, put him in a body bag. That's exactly what
no mercy.
Right.
I would have rather Braxton Jones just sweep the leg. At least you show some pride. Sweep his leg.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So,
excuse me, Sensei.
So since we on the topic, we got to move on to the next week. Carolina comes into town. Andy Dalton revenge game? Hey, I was just saying.
It always scares you when that shit happens, man.
Are we ready to talk about this?
I'm ready.
Dalton's looking pretty damn good.
Did they win last week?
No, they didn't, but it was a close game. Andy Dalton still played very well. But their defense got destroyed.
His old ass could still play.
Joe Burrow had to. No, Andy. Well, no. Joe Burrow had to win that game. Like, otherwise they would have been 0-4.
Yeah.
So,
and then that wouldn't have been good for the NFL.
Well, whatever. I don't care about that. But
that defense is still suspect.
Yeah. No, Carolina does not have a good defense. Like, I mean, hopefully this is a day where Andy Dalton didn't play bad.
No,
I mean, Andy Dalton actually played pretty good. But I mean, you can't ask him to go. I mean, shit.
Does he got a Joe Flacco type run in him?
No, Joe Flacco's ridiculous. I don't know what.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know about that, man. Joe Flacco is.
Now wait, hold on. I won't say he doesn't, but he could have a Sam Darnold type vibe going on, which is also scary right now. But the problem is, I think Andy Dalton. How you doing? Andy Dalton. Do y'all remember when Andy Dalton, like the Cincinnati Bengals were terrible after Jeff Blake, but then all of a sudden Andy Dalton just 6 years in a row is like, damn, the Bengals keep making the playoffs. Now they wasn't winning in the playoffs, but Andy Dalton is a good enough quarterback to get you there.
Yeah, the red rifle.
They were like Don Burns.
The red rifle. And
serviceable.
I'm not just gonna turn my back on him. I'm not. I'm Chuba Hubbard been doing pretty good in the running game. I mean, I know that's not a household name. They got their own DeAndre Swift and Miles Sanders. Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh they got at wide receiver.
Marvin Lewis was a great coach.
Yeah. Yeah, it was more than
I
decent.
like Marvin Lewis.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, he was a great
Absolutely.
coach.
Yeah. He was kind of given a raw deal too.
Yes, politics pushed him out.
Ego in politics, gotta love sports.
Right.
I'll say this. It could be, I'm not calling it a trap game. It could be trap-ish, though. Because
trap-ish.
Like, they don't have anything to really lose. Because the worst they do, you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably want to get rid of Bryce Young.
Damn, shots fired. You are dissing him. They ain't got shit to lose.
Boy, y'all kick a man down when he down.
Right. Kick him some more.
There's two teams. Hold on.
God lost his job.
There's two teams right now.
Right.
Hey, look, it's two teams right now that if they lose, I got them picking quarterbacks. That's the Titans and the Panthers. If they have a terrible season, I got them.
Let me ask you this though, because these were those trade rumors out there right now. Say Tua retires and doesn't come back, I think Bryce Young would look pretty good under a McDaniel offense in Miami.
What?
He's got them weapons.
Son, I'm just gonna tell you this one time.
Yes, sir.
You want to keep working here. Stay off the drugs.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good timing. Good timing. That was good timing for sure.
Stay off the drugs, Frank. Stay off the drugs.
I can see the Miami Dolphins making a trade for him if Tua is done.
Making a trade
No,
for Bryce
sir.
Young.
Yep.
No, sir. No chance.
I can see Aldi making a trade for Bryce Young. I can see Aldi making a trade for
I mean, I'm not gonna write off Bryce Young yet.
I'm not writing off Bryce Young either.
You know,
it's the second
just because,
season.
I mean, second season on a team where the organization looks terrible, the roster looks terrible, coaching ain't the best.
Shane Waldron could revive his career. I'm just kidding. That was
hey man. We're gonna stop with the jokes around here.
I kid.
But like they sit up there and said, you never know, depending on what type of system that they're in. These quarterbacks can potentially thrive. I mean, you looking at Sam Darnold. All
there's
people
another one
in the
right
NFL
there.
with passing TDs. This fool got 11 passing TDs.
Hey, Baker
Sam
Mayfield was another one.
Darnold.
Everyone thought his career was over.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, John Amos.
Bryce
Good
Young's in
times.
his second
Good
season.
times, man. Damn.
Hey, Foul, can I remind you of something, brother? Yeah, damn, James, I got you. Foul, can I remind you of something? I'm gonna take you back to the video game era. What happened in Madden 2001 when I think that was CJ2K or somebody like that was on the cover? What quarterback was dead in the water after 2 seasons? After being a number one, first round pick.
You said when in 2001? He was on the cover?
After 2 seasons. No, I said that's how I remember, because he went from being decent to just trash, and it was in Madden.
Vince?
No.
Culpepper?
Achilles Smith.
Oh.
After his second season, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about Achilles Smith was, you knew Achilles Smith.
Yeah.
You knew Achilles Smith wasn't
Zach
shit
Wilson
when
doesn't want to play.
He was in Oregon. I mean,
Achilles
Smith was a guy that had a nice arm, had some athleticism, but he wasn't really an accurate guy either. Bryce Young, you talking about a guy that was he won the Heisman, right? Former Heisman Trophy winner. Had very good statistics there at Alabama.
Pocket passer.
Pocket passer, won a national championship.
He's just small.
Yeah, he's just small in stature. But you never know once you get these guys under a certain system. You never know. You got the Geno Smiths. You got the Sam Darnold so far. You got a lot of quarterbacks
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson is Zach Wilson. I mean, shit. Zach Wilson, you shouldn't have drafted Zach Wilson that fucking high anyway. I don't know how the fuck Zach Wilson even went die. He played at BYU in a non-Power 5 conference, was erratic as hell there, just had a fucking big arm. But, of course, the color of his skin got him where the hell he was at. Let's be honest. I ain't going to sugarcoat the shit because he's white.
Yeah. We're talking Trey Lance. Trey Lance was never given a chance.
Trey Lance never given a chance, but I'm saying there are cases after 2-3 years, people get rid of these quarterbacks. Like,
I mean, they do, but they do. But at the same time, you're talking about a guy that his weapons was just as bad as Justin Fields' weapons.
Yeah, if not worse.
If not worse.
If not worse, I would give it worse.
Worse, right? Exactly, worse. And you see what's happening over there at Pittsburgh. Hate to bring it up. You know, all these Caleb Tramp stampers going to probably jump in. Why you got to bring up Justin Fields? I'm just stating about.
People giving up.
Why you got to bring up Justin Fields, man?
Yeah.
Hey, there go one of them.
I don't know what it is. I didn't see it. You know, I'm just stating the obvious is that, you know, a lot of times when these guys, Rick Meyer, he wasn't shit at Notre Dame. I wasn't high on his ass. He was ass at Notre Dame. You know
why? Because he went to Notre Dame?
No, he was just ass there.
I'm fucking with you.
I know. I heard you talk about Big Stiffy.
Hey, Big Stiffy had a damn good blocking game, man.
Well, shit.
To see him making some very nice.
Tell the Stiff Meister to keep the fucking shit. Let's be consistent on that, because I don't want to come out next week, motherfucker, beating his ass again. No. I don't want to see that no more.
If he's not blocking that well, he better give me 9 or 10 targets for 8,500 yards.
But speaking of that, I don't know anybody besides maybe Jadeveon Clowney and Shaq Thompson. Like, who else is there to really fear on the Carolina Panthers? Like, who?
I mean, it's a bad team.
This should be an easy
that
game.
good? Clowney ain't really shit either. Clowney?
No, Clowney.
Is he
Clowney
kind
not
of
bad.
he's not bad, but he's not what he was supposed to be. Like,
no, he never lived up to the
No, that's not true. He never lived up to the overall hype. But last year, he had a really good season last year with the Ravens. Like,
he had a good season. Yeah, he had a good season. He's never lived up to the hype, but yes, he's definitely had a good season.
Thank you, Alex. They got rid of Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
I'll give you that one. I did forget about Mac Jones, but at the same time, I never liked Mac Jones. And when we did draft Justin, I was praying to the heavens that we do not draft Mac Jones. I was like, you have to be shit.
I mean, you could talk about Mac Jones as well, but then again, what weapons has Mac Jones had?
Yeah, Patriots never have weapons. That's the problem, and unfortunately, Mac Jones ain't.
That just show you how good that guy from Michigan was.
Bill Belichick wasn't from Michigan.
Huh?
I said Bill Belichick wasn't from Michigan.
And Bill Belichick ain't got 7 Super Bowls.
Fair. That's fair.
Hey, wait a minute. David, what is this Angel Reese MVP stuff? Did I not get on social media?
Nah, he's talking about that. He's talking about it bad. He's talking about what we were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Frank, do you want to get into that little surprise that you got for us?
About Xavier Leggett. Yeah. Wait, the Panthers got Xavier Leggett too, the receiver?
I think they do. I'm talking about the guy from the big wide receiver.
Right. He was
drafted second, third round. So yeah, he's taking over for Thielen now.
Yeah.
Thielen got hurt?
Yeah, he's pulled a hamstring last week.
Thielen can't stay healthy, man. He's always going to be hurt now.
Yeah.
Soft tissue injuries. Soft.
All right, but I do want to break down. We're going to start a new segment. We're only going to start it off doing once a month here, and we're kind of going to break it down for this first 4 weeks of the season. We're going to break down here something that I was really sad to see go. It's been like 5 or 6 years now, but the not top 10. Like, remember when that shit used to play on SportsCenter with the little clown music and everything back in the times, man? That shit was
It does
funny.
every Friday.
No, that thing's been gone.
It comes on
it
every
has
Friday.
been. I mean, maybe like a little YouTube type
Dude,
people and everything on it, but I don't see it
morning.
on SportsCenter. I swear to God, if it is out there, I don't give a shit.
Friday morning at 6:50, it comes on.
Who the fuck does it at 6:50 in the morning? 6:50. That ain't no prime time. Tuesday nights is prime time. So we're gonna start a little top 10 here. Week 1 through 4 of the season. Let's check it out. Crooked, hit it.
Not top 10 for the Bears.
Last grab for the Colts. First play of the drive. Off Walker's hands, and Pierce grabs it. Quay Walker had a chance to end the goal. Levis looking. Levis tripping, trying to shovel it. That ball is free, and the Jets have it.
Yeah, I was upset. It was dumb. It was the same exact thing he did last week, and he cost us points in the red zone.
13 plays, 91 yards, all of last season. Twice. First down. Oh, came out of his hand. That is a fumble. And it is scooped up. No. Now it's picked up. Still on his feet is Mack. And Khalil Mack to the 11-yard line. We can tell. Branson goes in motion. Richardson moving left, throwing, intercepted. What a terrible mistake by Richardson. Third down at 6. Here they come. Gordon's coming. Levis gets wrapped up, flings it ahead. It's picked up. Tyreek Stevenson will give the Bears the lead on another defensive play. Davis Jones. Oh, this has been a problem for him in his career. And that one was coming right to Tennessee. Let's see what the ruling is. It is Titans ball. Let's see.
He's just looking down the field. They were trying to. Oh, jeez. That's what I thought. Continue to be aggressive. You got man coverage out here, so somebody should be one-on-one.
Williams pinches into Swift. Opportunity if the 49ers decide to do it. Two guys in motion.
Yep, and all kinds of flags. A wild-looking pitch, and Darnold will jump on that loose ball. Last year with another quarterback, the Vikings.
Hi, I'm David Jones.
He gotta go, man. He gotta go.
We ain't seen him since.
The big thing that I wanted to do out of this with the not top 10, I want the comment box to get light up on something that we missed. What did we miss that you guys are see? Please light up that comment box.
Y'all have such a strong disdain for that kid.
I don't. I mean, he just has bad luck, man.
I don't know why you like him so much.
I don't have a strong disdain for him.
That
He
kid
just
ain't
is not good at football.
And we going into what? Week 5. And y'all sit up here hitting him, talking about getting rid of him like he playing. He ain't even playing. Hell, the guy that's he was in competition with ain't even fucking playing. It's crazy.
We're not talking about the dude he was in competition with. We talking about him, and he should not be playing.
But my thing is, what for? He ain't did nothing. He ain't playing. What you talking
He ain't
about
did
for?
nothing, but he had opportunities.
He ain't playing because what he's doing,
and he fucked him up.
So why are you bringing it up?
Because
he's sitting up there. He ain't.
The only reason we just brought it up now is because he was in the not top 10.
Y'all been bringing y'all talked about his ass earlier. I've been watching the show. Y'all talked about his ass.
I sure did.
Yeah,
I said I'm glad he didn't play.
The kid.
I didn't even say his name until just then.
Hey, first of all, you gonna stop calling a 27-year-old a kid because he ain't no goddamn kid. That's first of all. Second of all,
hey, in NFL years, he's a kid.
He sucks.
Hey,
not just crying on the sidelines. Look, he getting like a leg massage too. He was getting like an upper thigh massage.
I didn't see the Jets highlights. I didn't catch those.
You say he was getting upper thigh.
Come on, nobody saw that video of him getting like that upper thigh massage. He's like, oh.
By who?
No.
The coach?
Never mind. I don't even want to know.
Hey, it's Aaron Rodgers. He can get it from whoever he wants, I guess.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So, okay, Frank, so what you're looking forward towards with this next game that we play against Carolina?
We're predicting?
We ain't going to score predictions yet. I'm just wondering what you're looking towards.
This is the thing. I want us to keep the same game plan, keep utilizing the run. Our defense should shut down Carolina. I'm not too worried about that. But when it comes down to it, the Bears have not earned the right to go in there and think that this is going to be a cakewalk. All right, they better not think of it that way as well, and that's what I'm scared of. But I mean, regardless, run the ball. They don't have a good secondary either. Caleb should be able. This could be his coming out game where he does put up 300 yards. Yes, you can say that 362 yards, but not 52 passes. It should be his welcome to the NFL, and he should be lighting up Carolina this week.
Okay, well, tell me this. Do you think that Shane Waldron will actually come in and call a decent or have a decent play calling game this week?
I think Shane Waldron.
The reason why I'm saying that is because we know what he did last week because there was a lot of pressure on him to change up the way that he was doing things because of the results that we saw and the players came out to him. Now, will that ego come back in and he go back at it again and start calling his plays where he throwing the ball 40-some damn time?
Fucking David. God damn it, David. But this is the thing. I think Waldron's going to be coming in the first quarter with the exact same game plan. That first quarter is going to be a lot of running the ball, a lot of utilizing type stuff.
Hey, cheers to you, David, man.
I'm just hoping we see Roshan penetrate the a-hole like pretty much all game.
Oh boy, we like some little school here.
Brother,
Oh man.
What do you think? What do you think, JB? Where do you think we're going to be going with Carolina this week? What are you thinking?
Oh,
we know one thing I don't want for the team to know that this is so-called a lesser opponent.
That's what
revert back to what they were doing the first 3 weeks of the season.
Getsy would do that. I'm hoping Waldron won't.
Hey.
Well, I'm hoping that they will try to build on the momentum they have already been building from the last game. So this is Waldron's time, I think. It's his time, especially since they had that meeting, which was a fucking great idea. And like a coach, he listened. And
this in my eyes was
we think he listened. So hopefully they just build on that momentum. And they got to get that running game together, man. But it was coming together last game. Get that running game together, that opens up the passing game. And this is a lesser opponent, although we don't want them to go in there thinking that. This is a lesser opponent, and their defense is not stellar. Let's just be real. So Shane doesn't need to have Caleb throw 52 passes, but let's get some good passes. Let's go through our progressions. Let's open up the field. And let's not leave the middle of the field that open like last game. Let's move it around and let's get the wide receivers the ball. And we need to incorporate DJ. He's getting his ass clobbered. He's getting his ass clobbered.
Yeah, I mean, only thing he's getting is like those wide receiver screens and those
exactly. And they be on his ass.
Yeah, the block.
Because it's a stupid play at this point.
Well, we know him to stretch the field.
And please, for the
Caleb's got to hit those passes.
For the life of me, I do not want to see another tight end screen.
We said that earlier.
I am tired of seeing it. It's like 4 weeks in a row I have seen a damn tight end screen. And then you throw the tight end screen, the big stiffy. He is a big locomotive.
I love me some big stiffy, but
man, he takes
Gotcha.
Whoa!
He caught me. Pow!
Whoa!
He caught me. But no, I said the exact same thing when that play happened. I was like, I love Cole Kmet. Everyone knows I love Cole Kmet. Stop throwing wide receiver fucking screens to Cole Kmet. You just
Please.
So I wanted to show you this.
Oh, go ahead.
Just the difference real quick. We're talking about Shane Waldron. Here, this was Jackson Smith, the Jigba's route tree, what he was complaining about. And this is how it's been the last game since he's been gone. And then compare that to how DJ this past game, and then how it was last year against.
Looks eerily similar.
Mm-hmm. It does, unfortunately. That may have been what they were talking about when they're like, yeah, you guys have fun with that, with Shane Waldron and his scheme and whatnot.
Absolutely. And that's what scares me. But I think you have to take the things that worked against the Rams, but you also have to learn from how you played the Colts, because they approached that Colts team like they were a lesser opponent, but didn't know how to counteract the running game that they came up with. Because once Anthony Richardson started throwing the game away, they went to a zone running scheme and just ate the Bears up, right? So I think the Bears have to live somewhere in between what happened in the Colts game and what happened in the Rams game. Now, if that's 30 to 35 pass attempts, more intermediate throws, less checkdowns, hopefully roll the pocket, a little more play action, I think that's where you have to live. You cannot abandon the running game. You cannot abandon the running game at all, because that's going to open up everything. But I don't mind the game manager aspect at all, because that's what we wanted him to be. But if this is the game for the kid to have a little fun, let's open it up a little bit within reason. This is it.
Agreed.
Actually, the next two games for me is it.
I like that. I like that.
Who's next? Carolina, right?
One thing that I would like to see, which we saw that was effective, and we were talking about that was effective in the Colts game, was Caleb underneath center. With Caleb underneath center, the offense seemed to flow a little bit. You didn't know exactly what's going to happen. Also, let me get some more play action. And if you know the kid thrives and outside of the pocket, let's get him out on the outside. Let's do some bootleg.
Change it up.
Let's do some rollouts. Something. Shawnee, what's going on?
Yeah, you got to keep them guessing, man.
Yeah, got to keep them guessing.
What's up, Shawnee?
Like, I mean, I'm just sick and tired of and kudos to the pregame show. Diab said this. He was like, we should make a drinking game from every time that we call the exact play that the Bears are going to run, because the shit's predictable. Man, I took 5 shots on Sunday's game after that, because I called like 5 plays in the first half. It's like, it's just too predictable.
Yeah, those
and that's where
not
they're
working.
Scary.
No, they keep running.
That's where they're scary, because now in order for Caleb to kind of get revved up, if your go-to is your automatic go-to is the screen game, as opposed whatever happened to the quick outs, the quick slants, the quick, like those are things that are safe throws too.
Miss you too.
You know what I'm saying? Miss you too, Shawnee. Glad to have you back. But again, we're talking about somebody who was brought in here to kind of take us into that next evolution of the passing game. We can say one time in Bears history, I remember that we've ever thrown the ball 50 or more times. I'm not talking about Bobby Douglas or Bob Avellini or any of that shit. I'm talking about a modern day, and it was like Shane Matthews. Y'all don't even remember Shane Matthews for real.
I remember Shane Matthews.
Number 9.
You don't remember from nothing good.
I mean,
no.
You don't remember from doing nothing positive. Like he threw the ball 50
that
times
big
one
ball
time.
in overtime, that tip ball in overtime. I remember that one.
One thing.
It was a tip.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want, just because it's like, oh, Caleb threw the ball 52 times. So what?
I don't want that. That's not a good thing.
Were they 52 good attempts? Or did you just call BS? Because we all know after the NFL, After that first 10 to 15 scripted playbook, now is when the football game starts. It's easy to hit on your first 10 to 15 because that's what you've been practicing all week. After that, now we got to see, how do you adjust? What do you do when pressure's coming? What about your line adjustments? I don't think Carolina should give us problem, but like I said, if we go in there overlooking them like we did the Colts, I can see a similar outlook.
Agreed.
I can, a similar outcome.
And we turn the football over.
This shouldn't even, in my opinion, this shouldn't even be a close game. I mean, the talent that we have on our team as opposed to the talent that they have, it shouldn't be a close game. But the Bears
shouldn't, but they have a more. It shouldn't, but they have a more than adequate quarterback. See, that changes things. If it was Bryce Young, I probably would think we put up like 38-12 or something like that. But since it's Andy Dalton,
yeah. But I mean, Andy Dalton. If you're going to get pressure on Andy Dalton with that front four, he ain't going to be doing shit for you. I don't care. He isn't going to be doing anything.
He got into it. Now, Frank, don't do that.
Don't Frank.
He got into a shootout with Frank. He got into a shootout with the Bengals.
You did.
And the Bengals have a pretty formidable defense. So my thing is, I'm not going to overlook. We'll get into predictions, but I'm just saying the Bears better take them serious.
Yeah, right? That's what I was saying before too. You better not. You don't earn the right to go in there thinking that this is going to be no fucking cakewalk. Never.
There you go. Because the next two games, I'm telling y'all, trust and believe. The next two games going into the bye week is that's that fork in the road where we're either going to hit the ground running and it's starting to work, or we're going to be looking for excuses. That's where it's going to be, because the next two games are more than winnable. Panthers, Jaguars, more than winnable. No reason we shouldn't be 4-2. I told y'all, London scares me. London scares, it just does. But the Panthers, man, if we don't go in there and kick their tail, man, something wrong. Something wrong.
Well, I wanted to, before we get into our predictions, I want to do one thing, because this is the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. I know we just don't do Bears things. We talk about all other sports. Of course, Frank gives us his Hawk talk about the Blackhawks. We talk about the Sox and the Cubs and the Bulls and the Sky. So I would be wrong if I didn't give a shout out to the homie Derrick Rose for his 15 to 16 years that he played in the league. Homegrown kid, resilient, one of the most resilient basketball players I've ever seen. You know, when it comes down to,
he made watching the Bulls fun again.
Yeah, coming back, you know what I'm saying, after injury, after injury, after injury. I mean, the kid was just dealt a bad hand when it comes down to injuries. One of the greatest what-ifs in NBA history. Mm-hmm. The youngest MVP in the league ever. You know, what was he, a 3-time All-Star? Man, Rookie of the Year. A guy that, when he came out, they didn't have him even paid to be Rookie of the Year. They thought Kevin Love.
Beasley. Yeah, they thought Beasley
might get it. Hell,
he was a scrub.
Even they had some people like OJ.
He was in Europe in
possibly
2 years.
Get it. You know, so I want to give my shout outs definitely to D Rose. I find myself on YouTube searching and listening to guys that actually played with them, but more importantly, the guys that played against them. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, as they said, there is a such thing called as the D Rose flu.
Because I know that. I love that video too. I know exactly which interview
when
you're
it
talking
comes
about.
to playing D Rose, and all of a sudden guys come up sick. They know what time it is. And me personally, one of the quickest, if not the quickest, athletic, and the way he can contort his body point guards that I've ever seen. Shit, human beings that I've ever seen, because I ain't never seen too many people that can move and contort their body the way that, like, some of the shit that he was doing on there can't be taught, and it doesn't even seem like it's even possible. Like you can just break something easily the way he contorts his body and the way he was finished. So I just want to give my shout outs to him. Enjoy your retirement, brother. Well deserved. You represented this city. to the fullest. You are a prime example of what people in Chicago look up to when it comes down to someone being a homegrown talent and represented our city.
Can I add to you, Fal, real quick?
Go right ahead.
I want the Bulls, because me and you, we love D Rose. That D Rose Ben Gordon, when we was looking at Vinny Del Negro, when he were like, why ain't he playing D Rose in the fourth quarter? What is he doing? And then he came back in that Boston series and went to like 3 overtimes back-to-back playoff games.
One of the greatest NBA playoff series ever.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. They need, and I'm saying this to AK and Eversley and whoever will listen, sign that man to a one-day contract so he can retire a Bull, please. Throw that man a celebration.
I think they
throw that man a celebration. Because no shade, he should have never, ever been anything else but a Bull. And Tom Thibodeau, have your feelings with him. Good coach, bad coach, did too much, didn't do enough, got him hurt, didn't get him hurt, whatever side of the fence you want. D Rose needs to retire a Bull, and he needs to have a celebration here in Chicago.
100% agree.
Period.
No, and I'm gonna piggyback on it.
Don't have to do with any of that.
Well, a lot of people say Tom Thibodeau's the reason Derrick Rose
ruined his career. Why he got hurt.
Because the way he played,
he should have kept him out. Yeah. He should have took him out the game. They were up by 12 with I forgot how many minutes left in the game. There was
under
2 minutes. Yeah, Richard Hamilton just recently came out and said that he shouldn't have been in it.
The Milwaukee game, they was up like 25 or some crazy stuff like that. They was up real big. The Philly game is the one
he did have only like an 8-man rotation. He would only play 8 guys. He would not empty his bench.
But you was up a dub. There's no excuse. Hey, go on, let that man sit down and rest.
That's true.
He was up a dub with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and this is the thing where I'm going to say when it comes to D Rose and Foul, I love how you brought up that video because I know exactly which interview you're talking about because that's one of my favorite interviews as well. These people who played with Derrick Rose played against all the other great point guards that we're all witnessing right now too, and they're just like all those other point guards that you're talking about, a Russell Westbrook, a Steph Curry, a Chris Paul, all these great point guards, they didn't have shit on Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, how you said, youngest MVP in the league, man, that kid never – I mean, he ain't a kid anymore, but at the time, he never even hit his prime. And that is just sad. To see what Derrick Rose could have been with no injuries at 26, 27 years old, man, it would have been so much fun to watch. And, I mean, I still remember – I mean, a lot of people say Derrick Rose is another reason why LeBron James had to jump to multiple teams to get multiple great players on him because – LeBron James couldn't guard Derrick Rose one-on-one either. They had to put multiple people on Derrick Rose to guard him, and it just sucks that had to happen. Like how you said, the greatest what if and one of the greatest what ifs in NBA history when it comes down to that because
definitely top 3, definitely top 3.
And the crazy part about it is that as great as he was on the court, he was just as great off the court. You know, when you talk about a guy that was just everybody that you listened to that said they were around him said the kid was so humble. Like that's what you try to teach a lot of these players to be. Know that you good, but be humble about it. Mm-hmm. Don't be arrogant. Don't sit up there and act like your shit don't stink. You know, be humble about it. He went out there. He didn't talk shit. Now, I ain't saying that the kids can't talk shit. I mean, talking shit is part of sports, period. But this guy didn't talk shit. He go out there and he bust your ass.
If you talk shit to him, you ain't backing it up because he's gonna.
And then like I forgot who it was. They said, "Oh, your favorite point guards, the Stephen Currys, the Kyrie Irvings, the CP3s, the Russell Westbrooks." He said, "Them motherfuckers, they feared that man. They knew what time it was when it came down to playing him."
And then the craziest thing, and I know it took his injuries, but he did develop a 3-point shot. Like if he could have got all that, no, everything in his game developed. He just wasn't that slasher that he used to be. Like
he just wasn't able to
to make those cut pivots.
Yeah,
that
he wasn't
made
able
him
to,
so
to
lethal.
do what he do
wasn't
and have that athleticism that he once had.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lost a lot of his explosiveness.
Yeah.
All right, Ace. But it's one player right now, and Val, you're right, off the court. Like, he constantly comes back to Chicago, Team D Rose, and does a lot of things here in the community. Or if he's not available, he sends his group to take care of things. He's always making sure he's present in Chicago. But if there's one person and he actually played there, hey, John Morant, can you please spend the summer with Derrick Rose? You kind of play similar.
Yeah.
But learn some of his humility.
Yeah.
Learn some of his humility. Learn from him. That's a great person that you should want to emulate, not just on the court, but we know about off the court. You never heard Derrick Rose name in no BS. Never.
And I know I figured that was the main reason why they did sign Derrick Rose, to try to be that person in the locker room for John Morant. But I don't remember who it was, but somebody on that team said he never even spoke to Derrick Rose. He never even was around Derrick Rose. He felt like they were doing that intentionally just to get back at him. I was like, oh my God.
Well, I mean,
fellas,
prediction time.
I think we should go ahead and get into some shouts. Get the hell up out of here.
Shouts and predictions.
Predictions with your shouts. All right, it's on me first. The prediction shout. Predictor shout. All right, so we'll start. I'm going. This is going to be a Caleb Williams show in this game. I think he is going to show off this game. He is going to put up 300 plus yards, maybe 2, maybe 3 touchdowns. I have Bears pulling out this victory 31-13. And shout outs. One of my shout outs, Foul already had to bring him up there. I had to give my shout out to Derrick Rose. Happy retirement for you, man. I mean, I was one of those people, sad, everything that happened to you, but I did not think you were going to have this long of a career with all those injuries that you had, man. But you just kept going and going and going. Hands down to you. You are always beloved here in the city of Chicago, and you know that. Other than that, hey, shout out to all you guys. Tuesday night, always fun to come on Tuesday nights, especially after a Bears victory. Other than that, hey, give a non-shout out to the East Coast and Gulf Coast ports that are striking right now and making my life and job a living fucking hell.
You said the who?
The whole East Coast, Gulf Coast, and Canadian ports are all on strike right now. Wow. LA is canceling all bookings, so they're not taking stuff in either. So pretty much the United States is on strike right now. Nothing going in, nothing going out. So this is going to be a fun time moving forward. Other than that, hey, next.
You want me to go or you want to go, JB? No, yours a little bit longer.
I'm going to scroll up.
You got a lot of comments again.
Your shit a lot longer than mine.
Keep forgetting. I got to get some sort of an instrument down here, man.
I'm still scrolling. Go ahead, pal.
Oh, okay. Shit. Okay. My predictions for the game. My predictions, I predicted score in the 30s. I want to say probably 34-17. I think Caleb will have a big game. I'm hoping that Waldron will keep to the same game plan as far as being a little bit more creative. Hopefully they activate or hopefully blasting game plays in this game. Get that power running game going. I would love to see the rookie tackle come in and get some snaps this week. I hope Tevin Jenkins is okay. I heard it may be bruised ribs. So that's going to put his status up in the air. Nate Davis did come in and actually play fucking decent.
Didn't play bad.
Change. Hoping that Darnell Wright continues to get better. I know he's having back problems right now, so I'm hoping, another week of somewhat rest and limited practice time would get him better. And God, please hurry up Ryan Bates. God damn, I'm tired of seeing Colton Shuck get his ass blasted back. I mean, he's getting his shit pushed back.
He was better this game. Still
back, bro. Get pushed back.
He was better.
Got my shit pushed back big time.
God damn.
Anyway, so
brother,
I think it was get your
that's
shit
my
pushed
score.
in. I think.
Shit, pushed in. I don't know. Pushed in, pushed back. I don't give a fuck.
Pause.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want it.
A lot of pause moments on this show. Damn.
Anyway, as far as my shout outs, first of all, like we said earlier, I want to give a shout out to the young man Derrick Rose. You represented the city to the fullest. I felt your pain, my brother, when you got traded from the city and the team that you love, that you grew up rooting for your whole life. You are a true definition of what resilience is. Heart of a lion, and even better person, man. Thank you for entertaining us for 15 to 16 years. And congratulations on your retirement. I also want to give a shout out to the kiddies. Yeah, they ain't in bed, but they should be later. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors in the zone. JB will throw it up one time for the Moore's beer. If you got it, there you go. Shout out to Moore's. Shout out to Hugh Nightclub. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, we all gotta have vision.
But you got to have vision.
Exactly. Shout out to Visions. Shout out to Signature Nightclub. Shout out to Fantasy Jocks. Anytime you want your new fantasy championship rings, belts, whatever, check out our new sponsor, Fantasy Jocks. Shout out to my main man right here, Grogu. Shout out to the chat. The chat was lit. Shout out to you, brothers. I know I came on a little bit late, had some business to take care of, but thank you once again for holding it down. T. Nick, Frank the Tank, JB, and the super producer in the back, the Crooked Commish. Once again, we'd like to thank you all for rocking with the Clubhouse podcast. Check us out mostly every damn day this week. You know, the Chicago Clubhouse Network. Fantasy football Mondays with the Crooked Commish. Us, the Chicago Clubhouse podcast on Tuesdays. She said what she said. Damn it. On Wednesdays, easy to get his shit in whenever the hell he does. You got Plump. You got Bull Spit. You got the new pregame show that comes on at 10 o'clock on Sundays, usually, or 2 hours before whenever the hell we play. You got that as well. Now, I don't know if we play on a Monday or we play on a fucking Thursday or when we play on a later on that night, Sunday, it don't matter. Fucking 2 hours before. We're gonna be on. I think that's shout out to my my beautiful fiance. My boy should be here sometime either this week or next week. I can't wait. If you don't see me, that's because I'm over there feeding and changing Pampers and losing a lot of sleep. So that's what I do.
You signed up for it.
Rubbing feet and back.
Yeah. The prince that was promised, the heir to my throne, he will be here. And outside of that, shit, I'm done.
JB.
That's a hard act to follow, right? So
thank you very much.
Jump right into it. Jay Grizz jumped in off the rip. Jay Grizz, thanks for chiming in. We appreciate you. Samuel F. Blackwell chimed in, affectionately known as Black Sam. Iron Skillet Media, my guy. She and Jay Sizzle over there at Iron Skillet Media. Thank you for chiming in. We appreciate the love. Jeanette Johnson, one of our P1s, for chiming in. We appreciate you, Jeanette. And Andrea been on all day. Andrea Schmitz, one of our new friends down there in Arizona. Appreciate you. Obviously, the Crooked Commish always doing his thing. Hey, my man Bullets, my brother from another West Coast, always chiming in. California love.
He gonna be here for the Carolina game.
Oh shit.
Oh, right. He said that. So yeah, we gotta have to see if we can do something Friday or Saturday. Get up with Bullets. Hey, Champ Cabarrubio came back. What's up, Champ? Good to see you. Reggie boy, what's good? All right, now I haven't seen you in a minute, brother. Good to have you back. My boy Keith Sperry chimed in. Keith had to go, but we appreciate Keith chiming in. We also have Alan Kennedy. Alan Kennedy chimed in. We appreciate you, Alan. Don't remember if Alan is a repeat guest or just somebody that chimed in for the day. My man Toussaint jumped back in. Hadn't seen Toussaint in a couple of weeks. Thank you, brother, for coming back in. Hey, David. Hey, Toussaint. I'm sorry, Toussaint.
Yes.
Or as they say down south, Toussaint.
No.
John chimed in.
Toos.
Hey, y'all. When I tell you David was on some stuff today, I got to give David a special shout out. David was
road signs straight up.
Road signs.
Yeah, that one had me going, man. Tear it hard, man.
Hey, shout out to David, man. David was on one. Shout out to Lil Logan. We appreciate you, young man. Hey, Don Burke. Now, Don, hold on. Yeah, you put up 42 and did all that, 18 for 18. Don, we need to get you on the show, man, because pretty soon.
You've been asking that for a while.
We about to meet. We about to get it on, Don. It's time to talk. Time to get you on the show. Janin Dominguez, we know who that is. I said it right this day, or did I say it wrong?
You said
like
it
Shannon,
right?
Janin.
Like Shannon, but with a J.
You good? You got it.
I said it.
Get this man.
Get
this man a cookie here.
I just want give me another beer, and I'll be all right. Hey, Alex Solis, thank you for coming back, Alex. We appreciate it.
Those are great.
Oh,
these are off the fucking chain.
Okay.
I got them at 5 below. Go to 5 below. These are off the man. Okay.
Okay, now if I go to 5 below and they ain't got none, man, I'm gonna be upset.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the chances they got them here in the burbs? I got 5 below out here.
Yeah, I know you got 5 below out there, Bray.
Pause.
Check it out. Hey, welcome back, Shawnee C. We haven't seen Shawnee in a long time. We appreciate Shawnee. Was one of our P1s. Appreciate that. Matt Henry, thank you for coming in, Matt Henry. Leah, thank you, Leah, for chiming in, baby girl. We appreciate you. I didn't see Lorenzo tonight. Shout out to him if he's watching and just wasn't able to check in. Also, somebody that watches from time to time, Silky D. Silky, we need to get you on because we need to know what's going on with this receiving core. What's up with DJ when you're not getting the ball? We want to talk to Silky and try to find out what's going on with that. Shout out to you fellas. As normal, Tuesdays is the night to be, you know. Shout out to SV. Shout out to Don Nash Community Center. Shout out to Woodlawn Chicago Charter Schools. We had some great games going on today, some great training. We got some good athletes coming up, some names you're going to want to look for in a couple of years. Trust and believe. And then shout out to if we got one person watching, and that's the podcast mom. T, I sent you something I wanted to show a little love, but maybe next week we'll do it.
Let me see if
her birthday was last. Oh, okay. You can get that real quick. But her birthday was last week on the 26th, and got her a special gift. It was the Chicago Clubhouse podcast #1 mom sweater. She loved it, and yeah, we got that drip. But thank you, love you, mom. Celebrate your birthday as much as you can. We appreciate you.
OT.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the picture, but let me.
We'll get it next week.
All right, we'll get it next week. We'll get it next week.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
So my prediction. I didn't do my prediction. My bad. I didn't do my prediction. 32-27 Bears.
Like, say that
27? Damn, you keep shitting on our defense.
Say it again.
I got 32-27 Bears.
Oh, well, at least you got the Bears winning.
27 points.
Damn.
No, I got them. Of course, I got them winning. For some reason, that Andy Dalton thing scares me, man.
Damn, you saying that defense ain't shit, huh?
I ain't say that. I said shit happens.
No, you didn't say that, but your score did. But okay.
Go at him, Snake Eyes.
I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna start with my prediction though. Like I was saying earlier when Foul brought it up, this is Shane Waldron's time to show his offensive prowess, if you will. And I believe Caleb is going to have a breakout game against a lesser team. Although we don't want them to look at it like that. Let's call it what it is. They are a lesser team. So we're expecting to see DJ stretch the field. We're expecting to see a nice aerial attack.
DJ revenge game?
Huh?
I said a DJ revenge game?
Yeah, we said an Andy Dalton revenge game.
Now that could be. That could be.
Yeah, that being a better.
Andy Dalton revenge game is kind of irrelevant. But DJ Moore revenge game is relevant.
So DJ Moore, 100 plus yards, and he will have a 40-yard catch for a touchdown.
So we would like to see him stretch the field. We would like to see a balanced attack with running, though. So I think the Bears are going to have a good game, man. I'm going to say 38. 38-17. 38-17. Yes. I think the offense is going to have a breakout game, man.
How many defensive touchdowns are we getting? 38.
I think we'll probably get like 2 defensive touchdowns. But
that's not a great offensive game, then.
The offense is going to shine. That's what I think. And I'm certainly hoping so. But I haven't lost yet this season. And I've been very close with each prediction. So I don't know. Maybe I got some kind of That's So Raven thing going on. But anyway, my shout outs. First of all, shout out you guys. 5 Mile, Frank the Tank, JB Statman. It wouldn't be no show without y'all, man, because don't nobody want to hear me talk for no 2 hours. I don't even want to hear me for 2 hours.
I know. You usually leave the screen in the middle of the show most of the time.
But secondly, probably most importantly, I want to shout out the big 3 that we just lost. First of all, the Dikembe Mutombo.
Nothing here.
He was only 58.
He's been battling brain cancer for a long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was definitely sad to read that.
Hey, can I give you a tidbit, team, real quick?
Huh?
I want to give you a little tidbit that I just found that was kind of like crazy.
Go ahead.
James Earl Jones, Dikembe Mutombo, John Amos, all in the last Coming to America. Last time we saw him.
So who's next?
Wait, Dikembe Mutombo was in it?
Yeah, he did have a short scene in the movie.
He was sitting at the table, and the Eddie Murphy Jr. asked him, get up, let me talk to the princess. And he said, no, this about you or something to that back. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All 3 of them was in, what was it called? Coming to America.
Shout out to the work team. I did not think about that, JB. I forgot that Dikembe Mutombo was even in it.
Yeah, it was a short little scene, yeah.
Miss Schmidt, yes.
No.
Shout out to the worst fucking baseball team ever. Congratulations on being the worst ever.
mean, I guess we had history this year finally.
Congrats.
Wasn't good history, but we had history.
But yeah. So I was talking about the big three that we lost. Secondly, Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. What a fucking baseball player he was, and it's messed up that his legacy was tarnished a little bit, but his stats don't lie. He should be in the Hall of Fame, but because of those outside interferences, they kept him from it. But eventually,
easily first ballot.
Yeah, it
no
wasn't
question.
Even close. Yeah,
no fucking question.
He should be in the Hall of Fame regardless. Skip Manfredi or whatever his name is. That man is no longer with us. Honor his legacy. Put that man in the Hall of Fame where he belongs. Period.
And then, last but not least, of course, hey Crooked, can you turn that music up for a second and bring up that intro? Last but not least. Not James Evans, man. James Evans. Wasn't he always angry? He was always mad, but it was really sad when my guys told me that he passed. I was hurt because I watched all the reruns. I watched all the Good Times reruns, and I did just recently watch Coming to America.
He's the type of dad that a lot of these young kids today need.
Yes. Yell at they ass. Yell at them kids.
Beat their ass. Yelling at them. Kicks, whoop some ass. Get some ass whoopings around here.
Do I need to take my belt off?
Man.
Yes. That is the dad that a lot of these kids need. But it was really sad to hear that, man. So shout out to those three. Shout out to their families. And let's keep watching Good Times. You know, let's watch ESPN Classic. We can see Charlie Hustle. Keep him alive. I want to shout out the chat. I'm not going to say every single name, but the chat was lit. Appreciate you all for watching. If you did not participate in the chat, you are officially
L for love. Good times.
Yeah, you are officially a lurker.
You're loved.
We appreciate you all anyway for putting up with our foolishness. So thank you. So I think that pretty much wraps up my shout outs. I'm not gonna go over the sponsors because Foul already did that, but I do want to mention that Visions.
But you got to have vision.
Didn't we already do this? But okay, it's all good.
Yeah, but we're doing it again. So I wanted to mention that Vision is on 119th and Loomis, and they are here for your banquet needs. They're open every day. House music, stepping, jazz, and great fucking food. The fried chicken. Oh my God, man. We need a chicken sponsor too. But yeah, the fried chicken there, and then the chicken fingers, of course, and then the burgers. Just everything is phenomenal over there. It's bar food, so you're not like gonna go get steak and lobster.
Apparently, the way you promoting the shit,
yeah, I always say I don't know how the hell we don't have a promotion or thing with Harold's yet. From how many times we talk about freaking Harold's.
Yeah, we should be, and you know what? I don't think that happen real soon too. But aside from that, man, I'll just say, for my man Foul Mouth C, JB the Stat Man, and Frank the Tank. I'm Nick, point guard, quarterback. We out.
Don't forget about Grogu.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Never fuck with Grogu. Get him, girl.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Get him, Grogu.
Oh shit.
We're not on point on this one. Usually we get out too quick.
Dude, the tribe said.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
Good night, Chi-Town.